In recent years, Iran has undergone a significant transformation in its regional strategy, adopting an offensive posture aimed at strengthening its influence throughout the Middle East and challenging Western powers, particularly the United States. This shift, orchestrated under the guidance of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, marks a departure from Iran's historical focus on deterring conventional attacks. Instead, it seeks to actively project its power and expand its regional influence. Iran's decision to embrace this offensive strategy is motivated by the perceived need to counter alleged Western hybrid warfare tactics. Iranian leaders assert that they have effectively deterred the US conventionally, allowing them to pursue this riskier approach with confidence. The goals of this strategy are ambitious. Iran seeks regional hegemony, aims to challenge the existence of the Israeli state, and strives to expel American influence from the region. This offensive strategy encompasses a preventive warfare doctrine, where Iran is willing to use force to preempt potential threats before they become imminent. Importantly, Iran frames this offensive posture within a defensive narrative, citing perceived hybrid threats from the United States and other foreign adversaries. To operationalize this strategy, Iran has developed a diverse array of military capabilities collectively known as its offensive arsenal. This includes capabilities for coalition warfare, expeditionary operations, naval force projection, cyber warfare, and proxy warfare. The integration of these capabilities is a hallmark of Iran's modern warfare approach. Iran's military services are increasingly integrated, both among themselves and with the broader axis of resistance, a coalition of groups and forces aligned with Iran's interests across the region. This shift represents a departure from Iran's historical reliance on the Quds Force for managing foreign proxies. This offensive orientation has raised concerns about the potential for conflict in the Middle East, particularly involving the United States and its regional partners. A conflict in the region could endanger US interests, including the fight against extremist militant groups and the protection of global energy trade routes. It could also divert resources away from other strategic priorities, such as competition with China and Russia. The ongoing nuclear negotiations with Iran may not reduce the potential for conflict. While a nuclear agreement could constrain Iran's nuclear program, it could also provide the regime with additional resources for domestic stability and regional aggression. Conversely, failing to reach an agreement could escalate tensions, especially between Iran and Israel, ultimately involving the United States. In light of these challenges, the report recommends a comprehensive policy approach to contain the axis of resistance, deter its aggression, and prevent Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon. This approach acknowledges the hurdles involved but emphasizes that failing to act poses greater risks to US interests in the region. Central to Iran's offensive strategy is the Iran Threat Network, ITN, a vast network of non-state clients and proxy groups that have been cultivated over decades. The ITN consists of tens of thousands of fighters with varying degrees of affiliation and control by Iran, collectively forming a formidable force. These ITN members come from diverse backgrounds and affiliations, making the network complex. They serve as Iran's primary means of power projection and a potent deterrent against the United States and its regional partners. Rising tensions between the United States and Iran have led to increased US military presence in the Middle East. This has diverted resources from other defense priorities, complicating the strategic landscape. To effectively counter Iran's use of the ITN, the report recommends a multidimensional approach that considers the different categories of groups within the ITN. This approach recognizes that not all ITN members pose a direct threat to the US homeland, and specific responses are needed based on their characteristics and objectives. In conclusion, Iran's offensive regional strategy, reliance on the ITN, and the challenges they pose to US interests present a complex and dynamic situation in the Middle East. Understanding these developments and their implications is essential for navigating the evolving geopolitical landscape in the region. As we continue to monitor these developments, stay tuned for more insights into global issues and their impact on our world in future episodes.